I'm here again. Today is November 16th, 2024, and it's been about 2 weeks after the elections. And my sense is that while I didn't know who was going to win, I wouldn't have been surprised had Kamala Harris won or Trump as he did win. That didn't surprise me. The extent of Trump's victory did surprise me. I did not expect that. He was able to make inroads into Hispanic men. He actually outright won Hispanic men 55 to 45. And he made significant inroads to overall with Hispanic voters. That is, he got about 45% of the total vote. He made some inroads with African American men, about 22%, but he lost that demographic significantly. Um, I think Trump has created, at least personally, a very impressive coalition. I'd like to discuss a little bit of why I think he was able to do that. And well, first, of course, it's the economy. Well, the economy is doing well for wealthy Americans, that is, people who have invested significantly in the stock market. Most Americans have felt the crunch of inflation. Inflation is a tax on consumers. And inflation, although reduced by the Biden administration, wasn't eliminated, and it left a bad aftertaste with the American electorate. And I think that caused, that was the main reason why Trump was able to win in such a fashion, where he was able to take a trifecta. That is, he took the presidency, the Senate, and the House of Representatives. He also took the uh, electoral votes by 312 to Kamala's 226, I believe, and he was able to win the popular vote by about 3 million votes. 76 million to Kamala's 73 million. And I think the economy was the primary reason, but there were other reasons. Um, Immigration and the border is a significant problem for most Americans. So most Americans who are not wealthy or the bicoastal elite who aren't really that affected by the porous border and unrestrained immigration. And I think what bothers Americans is that the sense that immigrants are coming into this country who want to change the United States and do not assimilate and embrace American values. I think most people are supportive of immigrants as long as they come in legally, and also if they embrace American values and not seek to change them. I think that was significant, particularly in the Hispanic vote. Hispanics in southern Texas, the two principal majority Hispanic counties in southern Texas voted for Trump, and Miami-Dade. The Hispanic vote went overwhelmingly for Trump. Cubans, Nicaraguans, and Venezuelans voted overwhelmingly for Trump. And then there was the factor, the woke, sense that the Democratic Party is a woke party and has relied on woke principles. I think that just irked voters, and particularly Hispanic voters. Hispanic voters do not share in a woke agenda and are frankly repulsed by it. Even Latinx bothers Hispanics. Latin American, that term was coined by the French, by Napoleon III, while he was conquering Mexico. The more accurate term is Hispanic. But Latinx bothers most Hispanics, and I think polls show that Latinx is rejected by a vast majority of Hispanics. Transgender agenda, which has stuck to the Democratic Party, I think is also quite alienating to Hispanics, and it just doesn't work. I think that those factors were the primary factors in Trump's overwhelming victory. Trump's policies in terms of energy self-sufficiency, bringing down oil to $40 a barrel, control of the border, and deportation of about 1.3 million foreign criminals who have already been through the legal process and have orders of deportation. That is an easy target. I think most people would agree that that is a legitimate target, and Trump is likely to get a great deal of support if he follows through, and I have no doubt that he will. Beyond that, illegal immigrants, it might be a little more difficult, particularly with families, but I think he has significant support in that area as well. I think if Trump focuses on these things and he's able to carry out his economic program, particularly the energy side of it, he's likely to do well with that coalition and maintain that coalition, that political coalition, for the next 2 years. So he might even expand on his control in Congress, although midterm elections usually go badly for the sitting president. So we'll have to wait and see. In addition to that, I think Robert Kennedy's attack on Big Pharma and the food industry, I think it will receive significant support from the American people. He is a little quirky, but I think he's resonating with the American people who know that food and pharmaceuticals, the whole healthcare industry is based on a money-making dynamic, and most of the American people no longer trust it. So that any actions he takes within reason will be supported by the American people. He's already said he's not going to outlaw vaccines. He's just going to allow people to choose if they partake in vaccines. So he's moderating some of those earlier claims that he made or his opponents made. So I think Kennedy might have an interesting and positive impact on the food industry, which is, I mean, we're being poisoned, and healthcare, which is basically based on the principle that you treat with medicines, but you don't cure, which is a factor of the profit dynamic in American medicine. So I think that he might do well in that area. Again, if you like my podcast or you find this useful, please subscribe. Again, I will say goodbye I will end this right here. So long, and thank you for listening.